I do not promote violence. I promote protecting yourself if someone is stupid enough to mess with you. So today, while I was finishing my 10K, I was practicing for the World Games, and yeah, I was finishing up on mile 6 on the outdoor trail in a very public park, and as I was finishing my last lap, I was feeling it because I was pushing myself. It was hot outside. It's the upper 80s. I'm on mile 6. I'm almost done. And where I parked at, I had backed my truck in like close to the track on that end, and about from there to where the finishing point was about half a mile. So I saw my truck and I was like, man, I could just get my truck and go because I'm dying right now. And so I was like, no, I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to touch my truck just to beat down that thought. And just as a mental mind beater, I touched the back of my truck. Well, it wasn't just right up from there. There was this group of people, but when I ran past that group of people, 2 dudes jumped out right in front of me and right behind me. I'm talking arm's length, y'all. Alright? So, and then they're running with me. Now, once I saw them jump out and they were pacing with me, I was like, that's not weird. That's not normal. Then I looked over and I saw the group of folks. I got in the car and they left. I was like, nah. So these dudes were right in front of me, right behind me, arm's length from me, which is weird. You don't just jump out on somebody when they're running like that. Well, red flags went off and I sidestepped to the left, stopped, and let old buddy behind me keep going in front of me. And I gave it just a few seconds, and then I started back going again. Well, now I can see them in front of me. And this dude, he kind of like took him off guard, the guy that was behind me. And he kind of like stumbled around a little bit. Now I got to look at these guys really well, both of them, because they're both in front of me. It's upper 80 degrees. They're wearing long pants, like jogging pants, and t-shirts. One dude's got this belt bag like a chick wears, like draped over him. And the dude in front of him had his cell phone out, and he had it on video, and he was holding it up over his head like this. Clearly, he was trying to see where I was. Look, man, they never touched me. They never laid a hand on me. But it really made me start thinking. I was like, dude, now the kicker is where they jumped out on me. A, don't jump out on somebody who's running. That's not cool. B, they did it at a very secluded part of the trail. Red flag number 2, right? So I'm like, bro, okay, this isn't right. Red flags are up. And for some reason today, normally when I'm going running, I don't take my keys with me. I usually either leave them in the truck and use my keypad to get in on my door of the truck. Anyway, today for some reason I was like, no, I'll just take them with me. And I had them in my pocket on my vest when I run. And at that point, I've always got a carabiner. So I put the carabiner over my fingers, and I had a long key out. So just in case anything went down. I do not promote violence. I promote protecting yourself if someone is stupid enough to mess with you. Don't mess with people, man. It's not cool at all. And it makes me think about my wife. It makes me think about just anybody. Think about these kids, these cross-country kids that are out there running for school and stuff. I mean, it just makes me so mad that this kind of stuff will happen. I'm like, dude, I'm 6'1", 205. And you're gonna jump out on me, homie? But then I got to thinking about it. It's like, you know what? It's not that hard to take a dude down like that. All that dude had to do behind me is trip me. And so, if he tripped me, he can jump on top of me, start beating on me, and his buddy that's got his phone over his head, seeing the whole thing, come back, beat on me, take my stuff, whatever. Steal my truck, steal the stuff out of my truck, whatever the case may be. But obviously, them two dudes and that group of folks, they saw me touch my truck. I'm assuming. Nothing's confirmed. But it only makes sense. They saw me touch my truck, saw where it was, because literally, like 100 feet in front of me, they jump out on me. And I'm not talking like they just kind of just started running. No, they jumped out, arms length, man. I could reach out and touch old buddy in front of me, and old buddy behind me was right behind me. That's not cool. So, guys, ladies, young men and women, listen to me. When you're doing this kind of stuff, and I hate that we're having this conversation because this is stupid. We shouldn't have to do this. But evil's out there and it's wrong. If they're going to jump out on me, I'm 6'1", 205, they'll jump on anybody. And like I just explained, it's not hard to beat somebody down and take their stuff. So if you think you're invincible, get over that thought. But you got to be aware of what's going on around you. Because think about it. They had to have been watching me to jump out on me and knew that I was tired because I did 2 laps. A 5K lap twice. Okay? That's 6.2 something miles. The heat, they weren't dressed appropriate to be out there. Red flag, red flag, red flag. These things you've got to think about. So what can you do to kind of help yourself in situations like this? Always be looking, scanning everything. It makes me sick to think about this because there's so many young ladies out there, young guys out there, old guys out there, old ladies. It doesn't matter. Age, it doesn't matter. Size doesn't matter. All that matters is there's people out there and they're just trying to freaking get healthy. And you gotta worry about this kind of crap. And it's not okay. It's messed up. But be aware, man. Look, check your surroundings. If something doesn't look right coming up, make an adjustment. Okay? So when this happened, when this went down with these guys, I knew that I needed to be able to escape if I needed to. First thing that happens, they jump out, I realize that something's not right. I see the buddies leaving. Not right. So what I do, I get to the left side of the track and I let old buddy, I stop and let him pass me. So then I can see them ahead of me and I can see what they're gonna do. And then I look back real quick, make sure there wasn't anybody else behind me. This might sound like I'm paranoid, but I swear to God, this is the truth, and you gotta be thinking about this kind of stuff. So then what? If you feel like something bad wrong is, you leave. You go the other direction. If folks are gonna do some stuff like this, most of the time they're not gonna. If there's any kind of friction or kind of, if they know it's not going to be easy to take down, they're going to bolt. They're not going to deal with it. They're not going to do with it. And so, just be aware, y'all. You know, I don't promote violence or anything like that, but I had my keys on me. I had that with me just in case. Now the dude that was behind me, I paced behind him for a little bit and watched him, and I watched him drop. He couldn't keep up because he's not an athlete, because he's not out there, he's not wearing the right stuff, and I knew he couldn't keep up, so I watched him for a few minutes. I was almost done with this thing, and I wanted to finish. I know. Hardhead, right? Anyway, so I put my keys on my hand like I was going to, and I distanced myself between that dude and the other dude in front of me. He stayed in front of me, but he was pacing pretty good, so I would just let him stay in front of me. I slowed my pace down a little bit because I was wanting to finish my run. But then, once I got done, I mean, I kept looking over my shoulder to make sure old buddy didn't like speed up, like he was sandbagging or something, and then he was gonna come and catch up. I didn't get an opportunity. But y'all, you gotta be safe. Your headphones, y'all. I like these things right here. It's bone conduction. It goes in front of your ear. It's not in your ear, so you can still hear the surroundings. I can't hear well. I have to wear hearing aids, so I'm out on that. But still, I can still hear ambient sounds because I don't have like my Beats or headphones in my ear hole. But I can still hear the music some. Not great. I can hear the music some, and I can still hear like sounds around somewhat. I'll take everything I can get. These are great. That way you can still hear your surroundings, be looking around, scanning the area of anything that doesn't look normal. If it's at a place, think about it and safely remove yourself from the situation. You know, it's always good to have something that you can get away from someone. If someone comes up behind you and grabs you, or someone like trips you up from behind and jumps on top of you and starts beating on you, whatever, you gotta, you know, having something in your hand to, whether it's pepper spray, keys, a rock, whatever the case may be, to free yourself from that. But do that. Think about these things. Think about how tired you are. Are you going to be able to fight back? Don't make yourself an easy target. I hate so bad that I'm having this conversation right now, because I think about my wife and our kids, and that they're having to deal with this kind of stuff. This is the world we live in, and it's messed up, you know? So anyway, I hate to bring this to you, but I just, if we gotta fight this kind of stuff, then I want to bring it to your attention so you can be aware, so you can make good decisions and do the things that you need to do in order to ensure that you make it out of that situation, as jacked up as that sounds. So y'all be safe out there. Stay after it, stay fit, but be safe, man. Protect yourself. Y'all got this. Keep getting after it and stay safe.